about a first scrimmage. You know, we practice a certain way and then we scrimmage. It's a different situation. So we got a lot of things to clean up. First time we've had officials out there. Obviously got to clean up some things with penalties. Really trying to put some guys in some situations. And so a lot of what we did wasn't necessarily to have good plays offense and defensively. It was to see how certain players would react. And we have a lot of personnel decisions to make here in the next 2 weeks. And a lot of these players we've never had before, so we don't really know what they are until we get them in a live situation. So I thought it was good. We got about 30 more plays than I was anticipating getting, but we needed a good long old-fashioned scrimmage today, and I think we got a bunch of stuff on tape we'll learn from.
Isn't the first scrimmage of the fall really just an evaluation for you guys to see where they're at and where you need to kind of focus on who needs to?
Yeah, we have a lot of players that we haven't seen live very much, and so we wanted to see them. They've done a lot of things in practice pretty well, but you know, it's kind of like Mike Tyson. You know, everybody's got a plan until they get hit, and so you know, we found some things out about some guys. And really competitive situations, and we got a lot of decisions to make at our skill positions. I mean, we have a lot of young players that are really talented, you know, and a lot of kids did some good things today. So we have a lot of decisions to make before we solidify our top units.
Well, how does your plan work? I mean, at what point in camp do you want to know which guys are kind of like the top 3 in the depth chart? Then at what point do you want to know, or we got to work?
We'll know by next week. Yeah, we'll know by, you know, 2 weeks in training camp. You're going to find out a lot, and you know, and we're taxing these guys. I mean, we've had hard practices and long practices, so they're tired and beat up, and they'll be beat up after today. I mean, we had a long scrimmage, but this is the one you want to do it in. You know, they got a few weeks before they can heal up, and before we play a ball game. And so we wanted to get a lot of hitting on them today.
Jay, it looked like you kind of have the normal first fall scrim. Look like defense is probably a little ahead of offense at this point.
I don't know. I think that's cliche. I mean, today was not sharp on offense, no. But I don't know. I don't know exactly where our defense is, to be honest with you. So we'll see. You know, we'll see. But you know, we were sloppy today, and too many penalties, and you know, we need to execute better.
Does this scrimmage also give you an idea of where you're at depth-wise?
I don't know. We'll see. I haven't watched the film yet, but when we watch the film, I think we'll get in a lot of ideas about players and what they can do. And you know, we'll see. You know, it's a big evaluation day. That's really what this was designed to do. You know, we can practice a lot of our offense in a normal practice day, but we can't practice certain things we need to find out live. And so I told our kids on offense before we went out there it was going to be hard. We put them in, you know, -1. We start the first drive in -1, and so that was the design of the day. It was supposed to be hard. So, you know, we'll see how they respond.
But considering you have 59 new players on roster, is it going to be harder just naturally to figure out how much depth you've got? Because you probably have more evaluation to do than with it if you brought back.
Well, I think it's going to be a work in progress throughout the season. I mean, we're gonna start playing games here in about 3 weeks, and so we got to find out as much as we can before then. And then even once we start, you know, games are different than scrimmages, so we'll find out a lot about players in games too. But we'll be a work in progress, and we're trying to stretch them as far as we can to find out what we have before we start playing with live bullets. So
the reps are valuable for everyone, but is it especially important for this offensive line, just given that this is a group that hasn't really played together in the past? They played a lot of snaps. None
of our guys have played together.
Yeah.
We don't have anybody on our team that's played together. I mean, our defense that hasn't played together either. So, yeah, the reps are important for everybody. Absolutely.
When you look at it, you had the refs come in and talk to them this morning. How valuable is that to get your players on the same page in terms of rule changes and how they're supposed to approach things? Because I understand they got a chance to ask questions.
Yeah, we use it as a educational session, And you know, we've met with the head of our league officials as a staff, and then we brought the officials in today, and we met for an hour before we went on the field, just getting abreast of the new rules and having the players be able to ask questions about the mechanics and what the officials are looking for in certain calls. And I think our kids got a big education in that. They learned some things, and hopefully that'll benefit us as we go through the season. You know, we want to be a knowledgeable team. We want to be a team that understands situations, and you know, football knowledge is important for them throughout the season.
What were the biggest bright spots you saw from today? I mean, obviously things are sloppy. It's first scrimmage. But
I mean, I think
really jump out at you?
No, I think our kids played hard. I think you know, I saw some from our young skill players, our young receivers showed up, and Justice Ross Simmons and Jordan Williams did some really good things. LB did some good things. You know, Clay did some good things. We had some guys rush pretty well on defense. I think CJ and Mo did some good things there. So, you know, it's hard to say till we look at the film.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank